Good morning. This is A. Malhotra. Welcome again on my show Gyan Scholars. Today we are going to discuss about a book that helps the students to crack competitive exams as far as engineering entrance exams are concerned. What else is there in the book named How to Excel in Mathematics, written by Mr. Ashok Kumar Aggarwal? Let's have a look.
I am Ashok Kumar Aggarwal. I am an engineering graduate of 1972 batch. I got into central services through engineering services examination in 1972 itself, and my main career has been with All India Radio and Doordarshan as a senior central government officer. So I am basically a media professional on the technical side.
Though there has been a number of books related to mathematics for preparing competitive exams, then how the book written by Ashok Aggarwal really makes a difference?
My book title is How to Excel in Mathematics. This is precisely my thought that I have dealt the subject in such a way that it becomes easier to do well in mathematics. And it is also for those kids who think that they cannot do well in mathematics. If they follow the process, if they follow the advice, I am sure that they can do well in mathematics. So what I have done here is there are number of topics which a student has to study, and those topics normally they study for many years. For example, algebra will start very early and then it will go on for at least 3 to 4 years in their curriculum. More complicated things start coming later on. What I have done is all the topics which are relevant up to senior secondary, they have all been covered in one chapter. Algebra is in one chapter, coordinate geometry is in one chapter, entire geometry is in one chapter. So that is how my thought was, that once they study their textbook, they know what is what. Then if they come and get guidance from this book, it will change their attitude to the subject.
Ashok Aggarwal tries to touch upon all the important aspects related to the subject in his book, How to Excel in Mathematics.
See, I am very sure, because even when my kids were studying, there used to be a few books which they used to sort of refer to apart from textbook. But I found that their idea was to give them lots and lots of unsolved questions, thinking that they will cover everything. But my thought is always that whatever you do, whatever practice you do, you will still be confronted with a question which you have never seen before. So idea of this book is to start taxing your mind. For example, if you are not able to solve a problem, keep thinking about it. You will be surprised that the solution will come to yourself on your own, because your mind keeps on working in the background. Unless you do this, you cannot do well in mathematics.
Since perfection in the mathematics always become a big challenge before the students preparing for any sort of engineering entrance exams, keeping this in mind, the author tries to focus on the basics of the subject in very different manner.
There are a total of 14 chapters, and they start with very simple thing like number system. Starts with number system, then algebra, geometry, number series, trigonometry, mensuration, coordinate geometry, limits and derivatives. For example, I want to say something about this. We studied derivative. I studied in my engineering college derivatives, but nobody ever linked it very closely with limits. And it is actually very closely related to limits. So I have started dealing with limits, and then gradually I have gone to derivatives, so that the students are able to understand that limits lead on to derivatives. Then we have integral calculus. This is one subject which I found extremely difficult. So I have tried to deal it with as much detail as possible, and this chapter is almost 100 pages. Then it has got complex numbers, permutation, combinations and probabilities, statistics, matrices and determinants, and finally 3D algebra.
Further talking about the book How to Excel in Mathematics, author Ashok Aggarwal claims that his book is a complete encyclopedia of mathematics.
I did graduation in electronics and electrical communication, And I found that you cannot survive in this field unless you keep on studying. All through my career, I have always kept up to date with the topic, whichever developments were taking place.
A man with 5 decades of experience in his field finally gives us a message about a success mantra of his life.
My, of course, advice to anybody who gets into a technical field, be it medical, be it engineering, you cannot reach a stalemate where you believe that you know everything, you don't need to study any further. So because of that habit that you have to always keep yourself up to date, I found because of that nature also, I came across many new concepts which we had not studied in college.
That's it for the day. This is A. Malhotra signing off. We will meet you tomorrow again.